Okay, there is an app for just about everything now, so why not have one that could help take down retail crime?
It's a huge issue. So that's what the Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce is working on right now. Fox 40's Tony Salazar live in Stockton, covering local news that matters with how this app is going to protect local businesses. Tony.
Yeah, that's right, Melanie and Richard. Good morning, and great good morning to you watching at home. Of course, you know, this is the Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce and its latest efforts to help combat retail theft in and around the San Joaquin County. Now, this new app is still in beta testing. Here to tell us more about how it really works and what the ultimate overall goals is, I do want to go ahead and bring in the CEO of the Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Tim, who's joining us bright and early. You know, there's a good demonstration going on in there in which we'll provide those details in the later newscast of Fox 40. But just as a sneak peek, give us an overview of just the Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce overall efforts when it comes to combating retail theft in the community.
Oh yeah, we're really excited about this START program. Stockton Takes Action Against Retail Theft, 2 A's in there. But no, it's a three-pronged program. We're doing educational piece, like today. We're doing workshops, trying to educate the merchants on best practices to help not make themselves a target for retail theft. We're doing launching an app that they're talking about this morning as well, really to help get more evidence and more prosecutions here for these retail thefts. And then we're going to be doing rolling out a camera grant for local small businesses here all throughout San Joaquin County. That can get cameras professionally installed to help get them more information and more data and more evidence when something bad happens.
Certainly, and we'll talk about those camera grants momentarily, but really quick, I want to focus more on the app. You were telling me you guys are still in the early phases of, if you will, of the beta testing. How is that going, and how does the app really work? So do people just download the app, and then what do they do after?
Oh, for sure, yeah, we're getting there. We're almost at the finish line here. The app should be launching here in a couple weeks. But yeah, what it is the community, they become witnesses. So we've got all throughout San Joaquin County, we've got 350,000 new witnesses out there. So if they see something and they feel safe, they can take a picture, take a video, and submit that. And then the second part of the app is the merchants will have an account. So they can go in and see if there's any data or any evidence that was posted at their location, so they can add that to their reports to help get them more evidence. And then we are working with all the police departments, sheriff's department, the district attorney's office in the county here. They're going to have access to this data as well, so they can look in there, see if there's something that's happening, between jurisdictions, because not a lot of time they're not really communicating right now. So if something happens in Manteca and that happens in Stockton, and it's the same person, they can connect those and build a bigger case.
Certainly. And so again, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is for really in and around the San Joaquin County. Something else that I think is worth mentioning, are people able, when they submit those reports, are they able to remain anonymous, or do they have to provide those names, or is that kind of still in the works?
Oh no, yeah, they can remain anonymous. It's all opt-in. So this is all just really trying to collect data, evidence, information. If they feel comfortable, there's a spot on there they can put their name if they want to get contacted, they want to be a witness, but they certainly don't have to. It's all opt-in. So we want to make sure everyone's out there safe when they're doing this. But it's just a great way, I think, to really empower the community to really do something, because everybody is kind of fed up.
Certainly. And in about 5 seconds, if you can, tell me more about the camera grants really quickly, because we are running out of time.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, so camera grants are coming here as soon as the app launches in a couple weeks. FastStart.com. You can go there. It's for local businesses. They'll get 2 to 3 cameras installed professionally in their business for that.
Certainly. So it really takes the entire community. We're talking community members to do their part, but as well as police agencies and the local merchants, as Tim there mentioned, to really help curb retail theft in the greater San Joaquin County and the community, because we all know how prevalent that is. Of course, we'll have more details about this new app that's set to launch here in a few weeks, as Tim mentioned, in later editions of Fox 40. For now, live here in Stockton, covering local news that matters, I'm Tony Salazar, Fox 40 News.
If it's successful, might catch on to other counties. Thank you, Tony.
All right.